Well, congrats. You're almost a quarter way through these lectures. This is the last section in Unit 1. After this, you'll be all prepped for the test. Remember last section how I said that this equation y equals 2x plus 1, it's just an equation algebraically, but in the Cartesian plane, it represented this line, a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of 1. I'll tell you how I knew that in a bit, but we're going to say that any equation where both sides look like this guy here is called a linear equation, because it, in some sense, represents the geometry of a line. So for example, let's say that 7x plus 2 is equal to 3x minus 9. What's the deal here? Oh, hold up. You know what? Let's make this a 10. It's going to come out neater if I make that a 10. All right. So what's the deal here? There's only one value of x that's going to make this true, and our goal is to find x. So we need to manipulate this somehow to get the value of x. I want a statement like x equals something, a number. I want a number here. In fact, it's going to be -3, because 7 times -3 is -21, plus 2 is -19, and 3 times -3 is -9, minus 10 is -19. So if I plug in -3, both sides are -19, and that's the only value of x that makes this equation true. But how did I find that? Well, I want to manipulate this so that x is by itself and a number is by itself on the other side. And what I'm going to do is follow the rules of algebra. Why did I write it like that? Well, in fact, algebra is Arabic. Remember, I told you that this was an Arabic discipline originally in the last section. And it stands for, al means the. So, for example, Al Jazeera literally means the news. And gebra means balance. And that's the key. We're going to try to keep the balance. So whatever I do to one side of the equation, I also must do to the other side. I want to make this a little simpler. I want x to be by itself over here. So I'm going to start by subtracting 2. That's going to make just a 7x here. So if I do that to one side, I have to keep algebra, keep the balance. So I'll subtract 2 over here as well. So that means over here I've just got 7x, and here I've got 3x minus 10 minus 2, so minus 12. Now, in this picture of the solution, there's only one symbol x that shows up, and it's all on one side. So what I'm going to do next is get rid of this 3x over here so that all of the x's are on the left. That means to keep the balance, I have to subtract 3x over here. So I'm going to have 4x left, and over here I'll just have a -12. Now x is multiplied by 4. To get rid of that, I'm going to divide by 4. That means I have to divide the other side by 4 as well. So I'm left with x equals -3, and that's how I knew that this was my answer. So that's how you solve a linear equation. Notice I kind of reversed the order of operations, right? To get x by itself, I had to subtract 2 before I could divide by anything. If I divided first, the 2 would get divided as well, and that would be messy. Didn't want that. So that's pretty much how we solve any linear equation. Let's do another example. This one's a little messier. Let's say that 12 minus 5 times the quantity, x plus 3, is equal to 2x minus 5. One moment. Oof, my air conditioner is not putting out a lot right now. Wonder why. Tell you what, let me end this video real short here. We'll jump back in with this second example in a second. I think I need to clean this air filter. Give me just a moment.